Hello again. We were discussing about plant engineering. In that, we were discussing Unit 1 coal-based thermal power plants. Today, we'll be discussing the further main parts of the thermal power plants. So now we'll be discussing about turbine, water turbine, and why are they used in the power plants. So turbines are of mainly three types: high pressure, low intermediate pressure, and low pressure. Basically, in small power plants, low pressure turbines are used, but generally in power plants, we often see that all the three of them are used. As you can see in this picture, the small part of this turbine is the high pressure end, and this is the intermediate pressure end, and this is the low pressure end of the turbine. So all three are used in this single turbine. So steam enters from this side, and it enters and goes to the high pressure turbine, and this rotates, and further the steam passes through the intermediate and low pressure turbine, and it exists from here. So this is the process of the turbine. It is these three are used basically because it increases the efficiency of the thermal power plant. Now we'll be discussing about condensers. Condensers are attached after turbine. So in this condenser, steam coming from the turbine is passed through this part, and water, we provide a water inlet, and which passes through this pipeline, and it goes out again, and it comes in again. So steam coming through this part touches this pipeline, and it condenses, and the condensate water or the saturated water is collected over here, and it further it is proceeded to the cooling tower or the feed water heater and other parts of the thermal power plant, and the remaining part of the steam which cannot be converted into condensate is passed through the ejector. And we use two tube sheets for insulation system in this condenser. So this is the basic working of a condenser in the thermal power plant. Now we'll be discussing about the subsystems of the thermal power plant. And we have a coal handling process in which the coal delivery process is that process in which the coal after being mined is provided to the thermal power plant, where it is being unloaded and preparation is done. That is, we crush this coal into smaller pieces and transfer it to the boiler for efficient burning. So we have a storage part which we use in storing the coal. We have outdoor storage. We use the coal over here to immediately transfer it to the boiler. And we have a covered storage. We use this type of storage for an emergency purpose. We have it is transferred to the in-plant handling, where it is being weighed and measured, and it is fed into the furnace. And we have three types of conveyor, and we use in transferring of coal. So in this belt conveyor, coal is being transferred over here, and it rotates, and this coal is being transferred. We have a screw type of conveyor in which coal is inserted inside this conveyor, and with the help of these screws, it it is transferred from one end to the other end. We have a belt conveyor in which coal is inserted over here, and it transfers from with the help of bucket from one end to the other end. Now we'll be discussing about ash handling. So in this ash handling process, what is happening is that after the boiler burns the or the furnace burns the coal, the ash is produced. So from the bottom part, we remove the ash into the ash pond where water and the ash is present, and we have a ash pond. And the remaining gaseous part of the ash is or the flue gases, you can say, is transferred to the economizer, where it carries away the heat energy from the flue gases, and it heats up the water from uh, feed water heater. Further, it passes through the ESP, also known as electrostatic precipitators, which collects the dust in the flue gases produced by the boiler. And further, the fly ash is transferred to the silo, which is transferred to the cement factory, and the remaining flue gases are transferred to the chimney, and where it is exhausted.